Hey there, here we are again with yet another record, another installment of the Sauzier Chronicles. This is a kilt which has been brought to me. It has great sentimental um, worth to its owner. He's owned it for many years, but he hasn't been able to wear it for many years because he grew up. He's of man's estate. He's fit, but he's not the teenager that he was when he got this thing. And because of it has great sentimental value for him, we're going to alter this so he can fit it. So initially it looked great from the outside, beautiful cloth, wonderful cloth. But we go inside and we start to see things. I take off the lining and we find, once again, tailor's canvas, and once again, fusible interfacing. You say fusible interfacing, I say glue. And I also say, stop using it in kilts. That I can get rid of with a hot iron and a clean cloth. However, because we have to let this thing out, I was counting on being able to blow the aprons out, press them flat, re-sew them again. But when I take the front apron apart, I find this. And I've mentioned this before, but here's the clearest example to date. You can see how the person had drawn the A-line and then measured what? 1.5 inches, 2 inches? And cut, and then folded it over and sewn and glued this thing together. So that deprives me of being able to increase the front apron by, well, geez, 6 inches, right? Now looking at it, I thought, tremendous. They haven't thinned out the back. They haven't done the fish. And because it feels like it, the depth feels just about consistent, but then I feel, what's that? And I've never seen this before. They've cut the fish out on the inside. Never seen that before. Okay, it's a way, it's a strategy. That's fine. But then we take a look, and we've got a couple of wide pleats, which immediately makes me start to look. And I'm not going to call them buried pleats, or I'm not going to call them hidden pleats, because hidden means that somebody was paying attention to what they were doing. Let's call these buried pleats. So right here, we've got a pleat buried on the inside. I think there's a second one. I think there's going to be a third one. So, okay, once again, we're dealing with somebody who is getting the things out the door. And that does not, I don't say that to lessen the owner's love of this piece. It was perfect before, still arguably perfect now when it's finished and it fits him, because we find a butt joint where they've sewn the two pieces of cloth together. They've actually done that very well. I mean, it's machine done. Obviously, there's overcasting, and it's sewn and it's pressed flat. And it looks like they've pretty much maintained the set. They haven't done this closer together or anything else. So that's fine. And it's correctly buried inside the pleat. So great. So it's been some machine sewing, so I'm going to have to pick this top machine sew apart. And now, because I can't open this front apron up as much as I wanted to, and frankly, I don't think I quite get enough material there, because we have to let it out some 5 inches. Where are we here? Just a sec. We're going to shorten it typically, because once again, okay, it's 36. It's got to go to 41. So I can't get all of that material from the apron. So I'm going to rob a pleat from either side, because once again, I'm losing 1 inch at the hip, but I'm gaining over a foot. That's close to 18 inches. So I'm going to take these seams, the apron seams apart. I'm going to blow out. I'm going to rob one pleat on either side, press those flat, and then I'm going to reduce it in height, because once again, somebody has measured to the natural waist, put the straps and buckles there, and then added a rise. And that never seems to fit as well as my method, which is measure to the natural waist, make that the top of the kilt, go down usually 2.5 inches and put the strap and buckles there. So that's what we're going to do. It's beautiful cloth. It's, I believe, one of the McDonald of the Isles, I think he told me. So we can rescue this, and it's in many respects, it's wonderfully done. The pleats look tremendous. Although We don't have a heck of a lot of taper there, but we can take care of that with the amount of A-line that I can build into the aprons. So there we go. It's not difficult. It's just a lot of work. Thank you, and carry on.